that was it right there. I can't zip it all the way up, and the invisible zipper is separating. So I think this is going to go in the sewing pile, and I'm just going to make a cute skirt out of it. Welcome back to my channel. It's Pixi again, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Pixi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever you happen to be doing when you're watching this. Hope you do it fabulously and safely and take care of yourself and your loved ones. And today, yeah, I'm back after another long hiatus, but a lot of stuff has happened and things are slowly getting back to normal, but yeah, still chaotic, such as my life. But I just figured that I would just get back into it because dealing with like depression and stuff and the chaos of life, I'm determined to kind of get back into the things I love, including recording and making content. And also with everything going on, I decided that like my style is kind of evolving and I need to downsize. I lost a lot of weight, well, comparatively over the past few years. So a lot of my stuff doesn't fit anymore, or it's not my style. Some things were specifically for like when I went to Disney and I Disney bounded. So basically this is my little comeback, whatever video, but I want to get back into my fashion and actually, because I just love fashion. That's what I do. That's what this whole channel is about being yourself and being creative and having freedom to wear whatever you want without caring what anybody thinks, as long as it's not hurting or offending anybody, you know. And I need to just get back into the things I love and start embracing them again, because with the tides are shifting, like with the tides shifting and things changing at a rapid pace, and me not really knowing like what's next because of everything that has happened and a lot of drama along the way. It was kind of crappy, but you know, I had to push through and gain the courage and face my anxiety about recording again, because things like kind of got personal about my YouTube channel. There were certain things I couldn't say or do. They were actually held against me. And I had such this fear of coming back that at one point I was just like, no, absolutely not. Like, you cannot take my creativity away from me. You cannot stop me from having a, even if it's small, albeit small, presence on social media. You can't take that away from me, and you cannot bully me in, and you cannot make me fear being online because of the things somebody might want to hold against me, whether they're true or not, or whether they make assumptions about my content. So I'm not going to stop. Like, I'm here. And if you're losing sleep over that, then I'm really sorry, but thank you for the views and the hours watched if you are still here. But I digress. I'm going to move on with the things I am passionate about, and I'm going to get back into it. And I'm going to be more present on this platform, Instagram, my Poshmark, and my eBay. And I'm just going to do what I want and what I was meant to do and what my passions are, because nobody can stop me. Hopefully this will be a little bit of inspiration to somebody watching, because internet bullies aren't cool. And I wasn't directly bullied, but things were just tried, like, you can't, you put yourself out there on social media. Like, that's the first thing. Like, you accept any kind of backlash, but this was like so extreme and so far reaching and far stretched that I was like blown away by the things that were thrown at me. And I didn't know how to grasp or like accept that somebody out there like did not like me enough to watch my social media and try to use it against me. And I'm like, I'm completely honest on here as much as I can be. I'm not involving like anything personal. I'm not going to dox myself. I'm not going to dox anybody else. I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus. I try to keep my videos as personal, as private as possible. But like, if I do my vlog and somebody else is in it, or if I'm in a certain place, like, nobody would ever think like that would be held against you later. So At this point, since all the chaos has seemed to calm down, I'm just going to say, screw it. I'm back and nothing can stop me. Like, you can't literally stop me from doing this. And it's something that I'm very passionate about. And I've had the support to get back on my platforms and just go for it. Because if you do have a presence on social media of any form, there's going to be somebody out there who just doesn't like what you post and doesn't like what you do. Even if it's not bothering anybody else, it will actually bother them. And that is not your problem. That is not my problem. You could click off. You could stop watching. You could go find something else to watch or do with your time. But the fact that anybody would want to waste energy on somebody they cannot stand is astounding to me. So with that being said, we're just going to get right into it. I'm going through all these clothes. I'm going to try to knock out as many as I can because, like I said before, I lost some weight. My weight always fluctuates. I'm a pretty small, petite person, but some things I was actually pushing towards like a medium, and we're not here to body shame. We're not here to do any of that stuff. I'm just saying I lost weight. Some things don't fit. I'm going to try them on. Ask myself if I'm even going to wear them. I'm going to create a pile of like, I love this. It's too big. I'm going to resize it, take it in, whatever. I'm going to sell this. I'm going to donate this. I'm going to give this to a friend, etc. So I'm not going to get through all of this. This basket is filled with dresses. I have things that have just been sitting there deciding if I want to list them on my Poshmark or not. And I have a huge pile of these beautiful, beautiful vintage, like handmade 60s dresses that my friend Christine gave me. She's a friend through church, and she thought of me. She actually gave them to me during the women's like clothing exchange at the church, and she gave them to me on the side because she actually like set them aside and thought about me and my love for vintage clothing. And they are beautiful pieces. Even if I don't wear them, they're going to go into like a little vault type thing. I'm not going to alter them because they are just original pieces that somebody poured their heart and soul into making. And I feel so blessed that she thought of me and gave them to me. And that might be a separate video. They're really cute. They're like this rick-rack and like puckered, and they're like these baby doll dresses, like the shift dresses that were very popular in the 70s. So I'm super excited to go through those. They're all on hangers, but they're laying on this like futon couch next to me. But I'm going to try to tackle some of these dresses. A lot of them are the pinup style dresses that I used to like lean towards, and I would actually wear them to Walt Disney World, Magic Kingdom, like a leopard print one I would wear to Animal Kingdom with my matching leopard ears. But since I'm no longer like a pass holder, I still have my love for Disney, so I'm going to keep my ears. I'm not literally saying goodbye to Disney, even though I'm kind of disappointed in the things that they have done or said in the media. And I don't know, Disney has changed so much for me and into my adulthood that I'm just like, if I get a pass again, I don't mind not living so close in proximity to the parks. But I mean, yeah, your girl is always going to have a heart full of Disney. I was basically raised at Disney. I was basically born at Disney. My parents met there. You know, I've worked there, been a pass holder for years. Let my pass go when I moved up here to North Florida. But I'm not going to have the opportunity to dress up every time I go to Disney. So I kind of just want to address these. Like, am I keeping this because I wore this to Disney, or am I keeping this because it's a staple in my wardrobe? Because I do like the pinup style, but it's not really like me anymore. But I can wear these dresses also to like a nice dinner or church or a function or something. So if we're really going to address it, I'm going to see if I would rather have something else to replace it in my wardrobe. They're not all pinup dresses, but I digress. There's also a couple of gilt pieces I want to address in my closet. They might be fast fashion, Shein, etc. Because yes, I did fall on that bandwagon for a while, but I don't know what to do with those pieces because I don't want to donate them. I don't want them to end up in the landfill. I don't want them in my wardrobe. So I'm like trying to decide, how can I keep this material from, I don't know, like not affecting the environment, but getting it out of like the cycle of my closet. So maybe I'll upcycle them into something I'm actually going to wear. And then we can just overlook the fact that it's Shein because it was upcycled or recycled, what have you. And that's just my personal opinion. Do with what you will with Romwe, Shein, all these other brands coming out, Temu. I'm not pushing. I'm not a gatekeeper. If that's what you can afford and that's what you want to wear, I'm not going to tell you otherwise. It's just my personal decision to address these things in my closet. If you remember one of my last thrift hauls, I accidentally just bought a skirt at the thrift store because I was checking out and I had to walk by the skirts, and this one caught my eye. And I thought I looked for a tag, but I guess it was folded underneath the waistband. And then when I got home, I was like, oh, it's Shein. But I'm still going to address that eventually. if you have any ideas of what to do with like Shein and fast fashion and stuff like that, because you don't want to put them on somebody else because of reasons, let me know in the comments, because I'm still brainstorming on what to do with these pieces, because still spent money on them, still bought them, but I just don't want them to end in a landfill or at a thrift store where nobody else will touch them. So I digress. Anyways, I guess we'll just go right into it. And yeah, with that being said, I will see you in a minute, and we'll start talking about these pieces that I'm going to address and try on, and should be fun, and it should help me get back into the swing of things of my channel and get me back on track. And screw it, I'm back again. I say that every single video that I'm back, I promise, and things happen and then life happens. But thank you for everybody who's still watching and has stuck by my channel and has not left me because of my hiatus and my big gaps in between videos, because it is really hard when somebody tries to shut you down or talk down to you or make you feel horrible for doing what you love, and it's just discouraging. So I had to fight through that personally. I had to wait for things to calm down. I had to wait for free time and things just not be escalating or stressful for a minute, and just so I could breathe and address like, hey, I do want to still do this, and not just my social platform, but like I said, like getting back into my fashion and my crafts and the things I love to do. But yeah, I'm tired of rambling, so let's just get started, because there's going to be more rambles ahead about each piece that I try on today. So this will probably be a lengthy video and or a 2 or 3 part video, because there's a lot of clothes to try on, and we all know that clothing try-ons are kind of tiring and exhausting. This is not styling. This is just me addressing the pieces, and anything you see that you like that I'm deciding to part ways with will be on my Poshmark, because I'm going to go hard on that as well. Poshmark is always in the description down below, along with my other social media links. So I hope you enjoy this video, and let's go. And I'll just stop talking for a little bit until we start with the pieces. All right, love you. Bye. So this is the style dress I'm talking about. They are very cute, but now they're too big, like in the bust and the armpit area. So I could easily take this in, and of course I can't zip it up by myself, but it's really cute and flattering, especially with a petticoat. But realistically, I don't know if I'm going to commit to sewing every single dress that doesn't fit. So it's literally a matter of, am I going to wear this other than someplace like Disney? Because this would clearly be a Minnie Mouse style dress with some ears and cute accessories. But because I love it so much, I'm going to set it aside and see if I can take in the darts at least, because right here, and there's also, I just noticed there's a stain on like the collar part, like the neck, but hopefully that'll come out. If not, like it'll be in the maybe pile. Like I'll have to try it on, really look at it, see if I can take it in, because it might just be something as simple as these seams, and I need to get back into sewing anyways, because a lot of things either don't fit or I need to alter, and I just haven't been wanting to address them because they sit in my closet, and I'm like, I'll sew it someday. And then if I put it in my sewing pile, the sewing pile just grows and grows and grows, and I don't address it because it's overwhelming, even if it's a simple like tear or something. But it wouldn't be necessary to take it in too much. It's literally just loose right here, and there's a center seam all the way down, so it wouldn't be impossible to take in. So I think based on that, I'm going to hold on to this, because I just don't fill out the top part. I could even cut it and make it into a skirt, because it is past my knees. It is very cute, and it came with a tie, like a waist tie, but I can't find it right now. But sometimes these have pockets, but this one does not. But it's still cute. So this will be in the maybe. I'll definitely have to take it in. This one, I'm surprised, actually fits perfectly, because it's the same style dress as the last one. But this is what I'm talking about right here. It is a perfect fit still. It just needs my petticoat, which I have 3 somewhere behind me. I have purple, black, and white. So I have options, and since it still fits up top where I lost a lot of weight, I'm going to hold on to this one. And I like it. It's cute and summery, so I can wear it to a brunch, date night, church, etc., or even just shopping. If you like any of the pin-up dresses I show you, they're all available on Amazon. I just don't know if the prints are still available, but if you just type in pin-up dress on Amazon, you can find these, and they're actually decent quality. The fabric is good. They don't feel cheap. They actually have the style of pinup. Of course, they look better with the petticoat, but you don't have to. So I love the colorway of this one. I love the little button detail, which is fake, no pockets, but still cute. I think it brings out my eye color. So this one is a yes, for sure. Okay, this one fits a little weird. This is not an Amazon dress. This is by Rocksteady. I got it in an eBay mystery goth box, and it looked like somebody just cleaned out their gothic wardrobe. So I got this forever ago. There's a video somewhere in the archives of my YouTube where I unboxed it, but I didn't do try-ons because I was still new to the YouTube thing. But it kind of fits right here, but the boning is curved. So I don't know if I would have to take out the boning because it's not loose in the sides, and it's super cute, and it's a really heavy double layered fabric, so it's not see-through at all. But yeah, it's just right here, the boning is curved, so I don't know if I could just take out the boning and maybe take it in a little bit, because there's a little bit of give right here on the sides. So I'm going to add this to my sewing pile. I don't really need the boning. It would just be the princess seams, which are just these little darts right here, and if I take out the boning, it'll just be like more decorative with the seams. So I feel like this needs to be addressed in my sewing pile just because the boning is warped, but the rest of it seems to fit just fine, and it is really cute, except, well, at least the straps are adjustable, but they're really thin ribbon and they tend to fall down, but that's an easy fix. But yeah, sewing pile for sure. And it's literally just the boning that's like, eventually that cheap plastic, like Hot Topic-ish boning, like even on their corsets, they'll eventually like warp and change just from being stored, I think, or maybe the heat and humidity like makes it warp. But it's easy to undo the stitch right here where the boning starts and just kind of pull it out and see where I go from there. So there might be another video where I'm altering all these dresses that I put in the sewing pile. So keep but fix. But it's so cute, look at the little skulls. Keeping with the skull theme, I figured I'd try this one on. This is a Dress Lily dress, and I do love the material. It's very silky, yet again like a fast fashion piece, but I guess Dress Lily was like a step up from like Shein and all those other places. But it is really big up top. That's, like I said, that's where I lost most of my weight. I went from a 34B back to like a 34 or 32A. We know that crew. But because I like it so much, I'm going to keep it. The only problem is, like, I have a really hard time taking in size when there's an invisible zipper. The zipper's on the back, but the fact that it fits so well otherwise, and it's just so cute. And look at this fringe detail. It's adorable. And with the petticoat, it does floof out. So it's gonna, I can already see a trend that's mostly just going to be the bust area and the stomach area that I need to take in. It really won't be that hard. I could do darts up front or pull it in from the back. Like, that already looks so much better. So since there's a side zipper, I'm sure it wouldn't be noticeable if I just did a solid seam down the back of the torso part. But sewing pile again, because it's so pretty, and the skulls are just so cute. Like this little swirl, like just the pattern is beautiful. I just need to wear this dress more. So to the sewing pile. A lot of them are going to be sewing pile, I can already tell. This dress I absolutely love. It fits perfectly. It has pockets, so it's amazing. It has birds all over it, so it reminds me of like me and my mom, because we used to bird watch together and feed the birds and stuff. But the only thing that bothers me is right here it curls, so you can see like the lining. So I really don't know how to fix that or address it, because if I even just try to pull it down or move it, it just rolls right back up. It's not so noticeable, but the fact that it's uneven when it does it is just, it drives me insane. It literally just, it drives me crazy personally. It probably doesn't look as bad as like I'm making it out to be, but I do want ideas if you guys have any of a way to fix this, because aside from cutting out the lining, it's just, maybe the lining's too loose, and maybe I can open up the seam right here and pull the lining down, or cut a little bit of it out, because that just, if it was even, it'd be a different thing. Like, and I'd wear a different bra with it because my straps show. It's because it's almost off the shoulder, but otherwise this dress is perfect. And again, can't zip it up by myself, but I love the boat neck, I love the flare, I love the pattern and the colors. Super cute. one of my favorites, but I had to revisit it just because I remembered this neckline drives me insane, crazy, up the wall. No, without trying this one on, I'm getting rid of it because it has never fit me right, and it's cute. It's very scene. I don't know if I should try it on because, like, is that not like Y2K scene queen right there with the diamonds on it? It's very Hot Topic. It's by, oh my gosh, Divided. But I remember having problems with either the fit or the side zipper on it, and I was just like, do I want to address this? Could I cut into a skirt? Maybe. It's got a lot of like loose threads too. I don't even remember where I got this, but I don't know. Maybe I should really try it on and be like, okay, I'm gonna turn it into a skirt or something, because the pattern is adorable. The idea is there and has this cute little bow in the front. I've always wanted to wear it, but just something about it that I can't remember. I'm gonna try it on because here I am just talking to you guys about something I should just try on anyways and see if I can even get it on. Yep, that was it right there. I can't zip it all the way up, and the invisible zipper is separating. So I think this is gonna go in the sewing pile, and I'm just gonna make a cute skirt out of it because it's just literally this right here. That's what I like forgot about, but it would be a cute dress if it wasn't ripping and too small up top. And then yeah, this pattern is so cute. I love it. So it's gonna be a skirt. There will definitely be a sewing video, I feel, of just like altering my clothing and fixing them, because I don't even know if I can address that without deconstructing the entire side of the dress, because it zips up all the way to here. I can't get it up, and then like I said, like, look at that. It's literally just gonna rip through the armpit eventually. But nice try. It's cute. We're just gonna upcycle it. If you hear my bird screaming, I'm sorry. He's going through his hormonal whatever. Yet, speaking of birds, yet another fantastic pinup style dress. It's super cute. It has pockets. It has parrots on it. Makes me so happy because I love anything tiki. And actually, it doesn't fit too badly at all. It has this little sweetheart crossover neckline. It's got a back zipper that, again, I cannot zip up on my own, but definitely keeping. It doesn't fit too loose up top, which is what I was fearing. But yes, and look at that cute little pattern with the freaking scarlet macaws all over it. I remember just like dying for this dress when I saw it on Amazon. I love parrots. I love nature. It's colorful. It matched my rainbow hair when I had it. So this is definitely a good one to keep. I'm so happy it still fits, so I don't have to alter it in any way, because I was really going to be sad if it was going to sit in a sewing pile or if I had to sell it. But yes, and it, of course, again, I'm going to keep saying this, these are amplified by a petticoat because they have that circle / flare skirt going on. So yes, so happy this fits. Yay. Good news. This is by far probably one of my favorite dresses in like that goth skull pinup realm. But I mean, the top is a little loose. That could stand to be taken in by the darts right here. But this pattern is so subtle and is so cute. Like, I have to get up close to actually show you. It's floral, but it has these little skulls and crossbones mixed throughout. And then it has this beautiful lace detail on the top. And then it has a keyhole back. There's a little rhinestone button that I cannot do myself. And it still has that flare skirt for the pinup style. So unfortunately, well, fortunately I'm keeping it, but unfortunately I have to put it in a sewing pile because it is just way too big up here, and I don't want to lose this lace detail on the back like by turning it into a skirt. So I'm pretty happy that this still fits. It's just, you can see how baggy it is up here. So that should be a simple fix, just by taking in the darts or the front, or even taking it in at the back, but it has a center zipper down the middle instead of an invisible zipper. I'll play around with it. But yeah, at least it fits for the most part because it's just so cute. This pattern, I just can't get enough of this little floral skull number. It's just one of my favorites. I love it. But yeah, lost weight. Here it is. Yeah, you can definitely tell like it's baggy right here. which is not a hard fix. It's just, when am I going to actually tackle this pile of dress alterations? This is the animal print dress I was talking about. It looks like the same shape as the parrot dress that I tried on previously. However, it doesn't have pockets, so I'm pretty sure it's not the same brand, but it even still has that little sweetheart neckline. But the fact that it's big on top, I'm gonna have to take it in. I still do love it, even though I'm not going to Animal Kingdom anytime soon. I need to stop thinking about my dresses as Disney, but just as part of my wardrobe, because I'm so used to going to the parks every weekend and Disney bounding. But if that part of my life is done with and I love a piece, I should still incorporate it into my wardrobe. So this is going to go in the sewing pile. It's not too bad up here. Again, just like the last one, that black and white school dress. It's just, if I could fill it out up top, I would feel a lot better about wearing it, but it's still cute. I love the shape of it. Like I said before, most of these dresses have the same essential pin-up style, flare, fit and flare shape, and with the cap sleeves. So, yet again, to the sewing pile. I had to put my hair up because it's hot in this room. But this dress took a lot of convincing to keep, and TJ's help, because it's always fit kind of weirdly, but it has adjustable straps in the sense that there are buttons on the back and you can crisscross it because it was too low in the torso. But because he helped me fix it and adjust it so it fits better, I'm definitely keeping this now and I'm going to wear it more. And it has flare. It's not quite like the other pinup dresses in that it has a tulle lining and then a bottom lining. I'm wearing shorts, don't worry. But it has 2 layers. So it has a natural flare where I don't have to add anything to it, but I'll probably still keep these shorts that I'm wearing on underneath it. But pretty sure TJ and I might take dancing lessons or classes at some point, and he said this would be a great dress to coordinate and then go out dancing. So I'm kind of in love with it again. It has a back tie and a little bit of ruching in the back, so it has a good fit. I think it's super flattering now. I was so skeptical when I first tried it on, and I was like, please help, give me a second opinion, and he adjusted it, and yes, it's back in my wardrobe rotation, and I'm so excited actually about this dress. But yeah, it's getting hot in here. I have a couple more dresses left, and then I'm going to take a minute and then come back because it is hot. I just want to relax, but I don't want to lose the momentum, because trying on clothes, if you know, it is a pain in the neck. It gets hot, you get sweaty, and your muscles are working, because trying on clothing item after clothing item is just, it takes a lot out of you. So, but yes, it's this beautiful magenta color. It's very lightweight. It fits better now with the crisscross instead of the straight down or a halter. But okay, I'm convinced this is a keep. Thank God I don't have to alter it, because I'm getting tired of putting things in that pile. It's already big. Yay! It's so pretty. I don't want to take it off, but yay. That'll convince me to wear it again, and I'm super, super happy with it. This is yet another dress I'm on the fence about, because this is another Amazon dress, by the way. It's underneath that same pinup keyword style. I'm already tiny, but it just does nothing for like up here, but it's still cute. I think it's still flattering on me. I think I'm going to leave this one up to the comments because I'm so torn. I mean, it does look better with a petticoat. Let me just grab one. This is purple, but whatever. I'd probably still wear it with the purple one anyways. But it still accentuates it with the petticoat. I've Disney bounded as a lot of characters in this dress because yellow is just like a staple in Disney. You can see, like, it probably just needs a good steam and maybe a belt to take away from the fact that it's not doing anything for up top. Itty bitty titty karoo anybody's, but it is cute. So I think this is going to be in the pile of maybe if I don't reach for it, it'll be on my Poshmark, because it does fit really well and it has that cute little lace up back and it's stretchy, so if I ever do fill it out, there's room. But it's just, am I really that self-conscious about my size at my age? I'll just throw it to the side. If I don't wear it, I don't wear it. It's going for sale. And the next one is so similar that we'll see where this one goes as well. But for now, courage. For now, keep. Yellow is pretty much a staple in my wardrobe, so I like having a basic yellow dress on hand. Stop talking, Sarah. Just gonna put it in the maybe pile, which I didn't even think there was a maybe pile. This is exhausting. As torn as I was about this dress, I freaking love the pattern so much. Yet again, back with the halter top style that does nothing for up here, but again with the petticoat. It flares out nicely. I did wear this to my mom's memorial, so I think for a sentimental reason, I'm gonna keep it because it's just, I look like a teacup and I don't care. Like, it has that china pattern. I am gonna put it in the sewing pile though, because I'm gonna take in the bust a little bit, because again, the darts are doing nothing up here. So I think, like, because it's ruched in the back, I think I can take it in on that panel and it'll fit a little bit better instead of messing with the darts, and then I can just pull up the halter and tie a little bit tighter. But I'll insert the picture at my mom's memorial, and it's one of my favorite pictures. It was my profile picture on my Facebook for a while, so I really can't part with this dress yet, just because of like what it represents, and it's just really pretty. Again, these are all Amazon dresses except for the ones noted otherwise. So on to some more dresses, and I think I'm just going to call it soon because I'm exhausted, so there's going to be probably a part 2 unless I can get through the dresses, and then I'll continue this journey of cleaning out my closet and addressing things. Get it? Dress. Okay, anyways, bye. We're going to stray away from the pinup dresses. I bought this on Depop, I believe, and it's actually a Disney dress, but I've never worn it because it kind of bothers me that the print is like scattered, like some are upside down and some are kind of wonky looking. Like for example, Aurora is completely upside down. It is a cute dress. I love the shape of it and the neckline. It's very, I don't even want to say cottagecore. It has that Victorian collar and a little keyhole, and it's lightweight enough to wear, but since I haven't reached for it yet, I'm going to sell this. Like I said, it's a very lightweight knit, and the details are just so cute, but personally it just bothers me about the pattern. I believe this is Hot Topic Disney, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, it was a Depop find. It was the same era that I found like my Little Mermaid dress, and wow, that's a really old video. But when I was more leaning into the Disney adult lifestyle Disney bounding thing, this dress like screamed at me, but I've never ever reached for it. So we're going to enjoy the time it sat in my closet, and we're going to say goodbye. As much as it pains me, because yes, it is a Disney dress and it's very comfortable, I just don't personally like everything about it, even though the details are just so cute. If I regret this, it's fine. I'm sure I'll find it again someday if I can't stop thinking about it, but it is time to just let it go. Because that is so cute. Oh my gosh, don't make me question myself. I'm taking this off. But yes, another thing that's going to be on my Poshmark soon. But no pockets, unfortunately, but very lightweight, very cute. Just doesn't feel like me anymore. If it ever was, I can't really recall wearing it. So to a better home it goes. Please ignore the fact that I'm wearing a black crop top and black boy shorts with a white dress. I bought this as a staple. It's just a knit sundress from Amazon with pockets, and I did buy it as a Disney bounding staple as well, but it just never really sat right on my body. Like, this is way too big. This is why I kept the sports bra crop top on, because it doesn't do anything for me up top, which is not saying much because a lot of these dresses like flatten me out, but literally it just looks like it's hanging off of me. If I was going for that Grecian style, it wouldn't be in this fabric. So it does remind me of kind of like the Muses, and I used it for white Disney boundings, like I did a white rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. But I think there are better white dresses to be had out there, so I can just put it on my like wish list of thrifting, and then just give this to a better home, somebody who is more blessed on top. So I mean, I remember wearing it with just like a white bra, and I just kept doing this all day, even when I wasn't losing the weight. So this is also going to go. It'll be on my Poshmark or something. I might donate it. I don't know. If you want this, it could probably fit a small medium. But yeah, it's not flattering for me up top. That's 2. Oh my goodness. Yay. this is one of my last dresses for this video. I have decided I'm going to do a part 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, depending on how far this goes. But this is the Shein dress that I pulled that's in question, because yes, I'm still wearing the sports bra, but you can see how low cut it is, how unflattering it is. I didn't tie it in the back, but that really doesn't do anything. So I think what I'm going to do with this is, because it's so cheaply made, I'm going to cut all the fabric up and apply it to another craft project, not clothing. Maybe my dollhouse project. We'll see, because I love this whispery rainbow tulle going on, and that's why I purchased it on the whim of late night Shein browsing. And I know I shouldn't have, but I didn't know better. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. So I feel like this could just be dissected and used for other crafts, especially like the tulle part. And I'll find some use for the lining. It's just a basic cream or beige skin color. It just, you can already see it's too big anyways. And I just don't want this in my closet anymore, but I don't want to put the problematic pieces onto somebody else and make it their problem. So craft pile, scraps, etc., whatever you want to call it, this is going out of my closet. Because yeah, you can just see it does nothing for me. Even if it was a high quality piece, I would either be altering it, taking it in, or selling it. But this is just not worth the time, effort. But to prevent it from being in the landfill, I digress. It's going. Bye. So I like this dress, but I've always been torn on how form-fitting it is. I mean, it is just a tank dress, but it's actually a high-low, and I love the colors. I love the fact that it has like a neon green trim and this bright blue and white stripe, but I don't really reach for it, and it doesn't feel like it's doing anything for me unless I wear it to like a tiki bar situation or a poolside, or I don't know, maybe a beach cover-up. So I'm going to hang on to this, but I'm going to put it with like my swimwear and that area of one of the closets where I keep all my bikinis and cover-ups and stuff, and see if I gravitate towards it, because summer's almost over, so it's going to be hard to gauge in a couple months if I'm going to wear this again. But it's just been hanging in my closet. I have worn it before, but it's been maybe a year or so. But I just like the colors. Maybe if I turn it into a tank top, I don't know. This is going to go in the maybe pile, or at least like with the swimwear, because it would be cute as just like a beachy type water situation, especially because it's a high-low. It looks really cute. I think it would look cute with a bikini under it. We'll see. This one is a tough one. Let me know what you think, because it's just unique. The colorway is just something different, and I don't know, it's just hard to style unless it's that certain theme that I'm going for, like if we are going to an outdoor bar on the water kind of thing. I do live in Florida, so it's easy to be in those situations and plan for them, but the fact that I haven't reached for it in at least a year, if not more, kind of says something. So I'll throw it in a pile where I can actually see it and wear it instead of with my regular dresses over here in the closet, since it's more of that lightweight cover-up feel. So maybe. This is definitely the last dress of the haul. I'm getting hot and tired. I need to go relax, but, well, not haul, but going through my closet, whatever you want to call it. I think this dress is going to go to a better home, because I never reach for it. As much as I love this tartan plaid situation, it's blue, red, gray, white, black. It has this low keyhole that does not do anything for me up top. This is my main problem, as you can see. Is it flattering in my chest because I look like a bird? But it is nice quality. I think I got it from Bell's Outlet or TJ Maxx, like one of those outlet type stores, and bought it on a whim because I like the pattern, probably without trying it on. And I can't recall reaching for it. It is lightweight, it is cute. You could punk it out being that classic plaid, but I'm going to kick it out of my closet and give it to somebody else who could appreciate it more and can fit it better than I can, because even though you can untie this, I can't get it tight enough to actually bring it in, and I just don't want to be hassled with sewing this as well. And it's just a little mini, cute, lightweight. It's very versatile. That's why I was so torn about it, but trying it on again, I'm just like, no. Away it goes. It'll be on my Poshmark. All right, so that's it. That's it. I have a huge pile still, but we're gonna call it, because I also don't want this video to be like 2 hours long because, yeah, nobody wants to watch that. So I'll see you in a minute. Bye. Thank you everybody so much for joining me in this little journey into my closet. Hopefully it is not the last and I don't get burned out on doing this, because it felt good to purge some items and then address things that need to be repaired that I do want to keep in my closet. And hopefully this will inspire me to actually wear said things in my closet, even if there is not an event or any special occasion. I just reach for it because I feel comfortable wearing it again. This video has really pushed me to get back into it, address my closet, become more creative again. And I actually needed to do this. As anxious as I felt about doing so, I needed to push myself to just get back out there and stop caring what other people think so much and stop getting the anxiety over it, because I know out of 1 to 10 people who may not like me, there's a bunch of other people who are still watching me. So I appreciate you joining me in my YouTube journey and my little adventures, and I hope you like this video. Maybe it will inspire you to address any problems in your closet that you may have and don't feel like you're up for the task of addressing, because it is exhausting to do closet cleanouts and try everything on. It does wear you out and it does get hot, at least here because I am in Florida. But anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this. The whole point of this channel is to make sure that you are wearing what makes you feel comfortable, no matter what people say. Again, like I said in the beginning of this video, as long as it's not hurting anybody or offending anybody, wear whatever you please, because if it's keeping them up at night, that is their problem, not yours. So I hope you stay safe, and I hope you continue to be yourself, and thank you so much for staying with me, even though it's been like 4,500 days since I updated any of you, even on my community board. I really appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye. Love you so much. Awkward Pixie out. Love you. Bye. Love you. Bye. Love you. Bye. Love you. Bye. Love you. Bye.